The newest edition, this beauty sitting behind me, this gleaming example from the 1960s of state-of-art air travel, and one that helped President Johnson make this the Texas White House, where he could run the country from his beloved LBJ ranch, was this JetStar. He could come directly in and out from Andrews Air Force Base directly into this ranch. He could also hop and skip all over the country, so we're just thrilled to bring it home. And what made it even more special was we had James U. Cross with us this morning, and he actually escorted the completed JetStar down the taxiway off the airstrip where he used to land it all through the 60s and parked it under this protective shelter here, right in the spot where it always sat at the ready for President Johnson.
I love this airplane more so than the 707, which I inherited. The president inherited from President Kennedy. This one flew like a sports car as opposed to a big 18-wheeler. And this one was my first meeting with the then vice president, and then in early January of 1962, I became his regular pilot. And then when he appointed me the military assistant, in addition to pilot of both airplanes, the JetStar as well as the Boeing 707, then I had a portfolio, I had congressional approval, and I was able to kind of handle his business more or less as he wanted it because I had the authority.
A lot of folks think that this airplane was my idea. Actually, it was General Cross's. He had been down to Warner Robins Air Force Base in Georgia, and he had seen one of the JetStars that he had flown and had served numerous presidents there. And he called me one day and he said, "Russ," he says, "we need to bring that JetStar home." So I went down there and I talked to the archivists, and they were very pleasant folks, very nice, but they said, "Good try, but no." But they helped us coordinate through the Air Force Museum at the Wright-Patterson base in Ohio to locate this one, which was a backup plane to several of his other aircraft. It was one of 6 in President Johnson's fleet, and one that he used frequently to travel around the country. But when we found it, it was in pretty bad shape. It had been sitting in the desert in Tucson at the Davis-Monthan Air Force Base for 23 years since it had been retired. So what you see here today is a total restoration of the exterior of that plane. But we're just thrilled to have it back.